Welcome to da 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 da. The Sadler in, hey. Da 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 da. Oh, Sadler in, hey. Welcome to From Poundland to Paradise, your monthly roundup of all things Walsall FC. I'm Sadler in. He's Joe Cheeseman, and today we're summarising all things September 2023 for the Saddlers. Let's get right into it. Thanks for joining us again, guys. Thank you so much to everyone out there watching. Just for the record, we're recording this just after the 3-1 win over Bradford, so I'm a lot less dour than I normally would be. Yes. I suppose before we get into the whole monthly summary, let's talk a little bit about today's game. So I did not see that 3-1 win come in when we were 1-0 down at, I thought we were going to be down to 10 men again and down a goal.
Exactly.
But, what a comeback, eh?
Ecstatic, man. Yeah, I can't believe it. That's just incredible. Like you said, nobody was expecting that, so I don't know what to say, really. It seems like whenever we get handed a weird injury or, you know what I mean, like where our normal kind of starters are out, we kind of shine for some strange reason. Like Hussey was out, weird. Then we won those two, I think. And then, did we win them with Hussey? Anyway, amazing.
Can't remember. But yeah, considering all the people we were missing out on, which we'll come on to a bit more later in a bit more detail.
Incredible.
When we went down from that penalty, and when he initially went down, I thought, oh my God, he's going to get sent off.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he didn't, I was like, okay. When the goal went in, I thought, okay, 4-0 Bradford, isn't it, obviously. So I was, ready for the worst, ready for the Sadler out chant.
Yeah.
Which was how I was going to start, just to like peek behind the curtain type thing. That's how it was going to start. And then I had to change to Sadler in because...
Amazing.
What a performance. I think getting that second goal from a corner, wasn't it? From Ote just before half-time.
That was it, yeah.
That was crucial because I think if we went in at 1-1, who knows where the game would have gone. But getting that second goal, I think, made all the difference.
100%. Yeah. It's just, we just switched on. Like, it was like those first kind of 20 minutes-ish where nothing was happening for us. And obviously, like you said, after the penalty and Cook scored it as well. I was just like, it's just like you said, he's going to get a hat trick or something and kill our dreams. And it was just, we just switched on. I don't know what happened, but they just switched on and
that's it.
It was incredible.
I saw a Cookie hat trick come in. I saw 4-0 loss, but then no. 3 good goals. Freddie Draper on the score sheet again. Yeah. I've had to pretty much tear up all the notes I thought I was going to make. After that first goal, because I thought in general across the month that we haven't been sort of urgent enough in the press and we haven't been aggressive enough winning the ball back high up the pitch, but then there was just so much energy today, and especially in the second half and the second half of the first half, really. I mean, I thought they sort of dominated the first 15-20 minutes. I thought, oh God, here we go, this is terrible. I remember we were laughing about, like, literally, we cannot touch the ball.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how polarising was that first half even?
Crazy.
It was mental. Like, yeah.
And the second half, they had some flashes, but in general, I mean, we could have won by more, I think. It was just, what a performance. And against a team who did very well last year, had the top scorer in the league, I think. Andy Cook was the Golden Boot last year, wasn't he, I think?
Yeah.
And, although they're middling this year, they are... by no means Sutton United.
Of course, and we're only 10 games in. So.
We're only 10 games in, so they're a good side, and what a win. But let's talk about how that fits into the overall picture, because going into today's game, the results for September had us with 2 wins and 2 draws, which is why the Sadler in, Sadler out was in the balance. You know what I mean? 'Cause
very much in the balance.
It comes down to one game. It's like a final, a big cup final. And if we win, he gets to be in my eyes. And if not, he gets to be out. But we started well with 2 wins. 1-0 home win against Colchester, which we were at. 2-1 away win against Salford. But then that's when things started getting a bit sticky. So lost 2-0 away at Swindon, man sent off. Lost 3-1 at home to Wimbledon, man sent off. And we were there for that, and needless to say, we were not best pleased.
Fuming.
And today was sort of the litmus test, and I really didn't see us coming through it in such good form. And now I'm actually quite optimistic going into next month. But what are your overall thoughts then? 3 wins, 2 losses. What do you make of September?
overall for September, yeah, it's obviously, like you said, we started so well. Two wins. I was happy with that. Happy with all the performances, even though I thought we could have even scored more in a couple of them. And then, wait, were those did we start matting those 2 wins?
Yes, that was it. That was the meme one. Yeah, that's what our meme was, wasn't it? We were at the game being like, this is hilarious.
We started Matt again, no way.
Every time Matt plays, we win, even though he's just... we like him less than some other players. To be diplomatic.
Yeah.
But then as soon as he doesn't start...
Things started going wrong.
Coincidence?
Yeah. I think not. But yeah, so we carried, and then we had the 2 losses as well. And obviously, that was pretty demoralising.
With the 2 sendings off as well.
Yeah, it's the sendings off that really kind of buried it as well. And it's not good. Yeah, that wasn't good enough even from our team. That really I'm always positive as well, but I was thinking, Jesus, this is not good. Like we could, if this keeps going like this, we could be finishing worse than mid-table. But yeah. And he's redeemed it today fully, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Crazy. I can't believe how well we played today.
Yeah,
and it sort of makes it all worth it because the last 2 games were tough, especially the Wimbledon one. I mean, before we come on to some of the tactical stuff and the refs, which we want to touch on a little bit again, let's talk a little bit about sort of some of the tactical changes that have been forced and basically the sort of, I suppose, availability crisis that we've had because we've had back-to-back sendings off.
Yeah,
and Alan was a straight red. So Knowles got sent off and then he was back.
Yeah,
but Alan had a straight red, so he's gone for 3 games.
Yeah, so
including today was the first, wasn't it? Because that was against Wimbledon.
MK and
so he'll miss MK Dons and Sutton.
Yeah,
which to be fair is not that bad because
not too bad. Yeah.
Sutton are terrible. But anyway, we had that. Then we had Hussey left, retired, and then he's playing at
oh yeah, he retired, and
he's
then
playing at some non-league club, which caused a lot of controversy online. I just thought it was funny, to be fair.
Yeah, it is funny.
But yeah, you got that, and then in terms of injuries in the Wimbledon game, I mean, didn't we end up with like 1 centre back on the pitch?
Yeah.
Farquharson's out probably for a while. McKenzie came straight back. He went off and we thought he might have been serious. Then you had the whole Allen being sent off. Hussey's gone.
That was crazy.
So, which meant that today, Williams had to play, who is sort of, unproven 7th tier acquisition. So we were a bit like, what's going to happen? I thought he was outstanding today.
Yeah, it was incredible. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. I think we saw him playing Blackburn or...
He definitely played, Brighton. I think, in the Brighton under 21s, sort of in the not even Milk Cup, is it? What's that? What is
God
that?
Knows what it's called.
In the lowest cup you could imagine, but the one I want to win the most.
Revolving door name, it changes every year. Oh, God knows. But yeah, I thought he did incredible. So many crucial blocks and the pace on him and
that block from that Cook shot today.
Yeah, that one stood out.
Bursting out and winning tackles sort of in the halfway line.
Exactly, yeah, halfway line. He was there, like just battling. It was so sick. Like, yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
Crazy.
We haven't got too much more to go on other than that, obviously. But today he was brilliant.
So we've got three wins and 2 losses.
2 wins and 2 losses.
I mean, what do you think of September as a whole?
Well, I mean, I think now after today, I'm a lot more positive about it.
Yeah.
I think if we're going to get in the playoffs, I think we need to be sort of trying to aim for more. Obviously, every month it can't be like that, but we need some months sort of where you win 3 and draw 2.
Yeah.
Or win 4 and lose 1 or something, and just that little bit more. But 9 points from an available 15 is not too bad. And especially when you consider like how the availability crisis at the back has ramped up.
Oh,
and definitely. To go and get 3 points today away with that back 4 of like Riley and Gordon playing as like actual fullbacks.
Yeah, that was weird.
And then Daniels and this Williams guy who going in, not a lot of high hopes. Yeah. He played amazing, but no one saw that coming, I think it's fair to say.
Exactly.
I mean, well, that's another thing. Let's talk a bit about the tactics because a lot of people have been calling for 4 at the back. And that's why a lot of people on X were like...
I'm not calling that.
We're laughing about like, it's a good thing, that like all our players are crippled and like sent off and that because now we'll have to play 4 at the back.
Oh, God.
And that was proven true today.
Yeah.
But there's some other stuff that was interesting because we played this 4-4-2, but you had like... I guess so. Who was playing right wing?
I don't even know.
And Ote was playing like in the centre of midfield, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Tierney was kind of always further forward than Ote, which was... Yeah. But it worked out,
It did actually work, yeah. It's crazy.
I don't know. I just feel like... This guy.
Yeah, it's just... He had to make the changes. He wouldn't have normally done that, but it has worked and maybe he can learn from that. But it also shows our depth in a way.
Yeah.
Because we've gone...
versatility.
We've gone from, we're definitely going to lose to we've just absolutely smashed it, you know what I mean? With a depleted team, it would be on paper.
Yeah.
DJ didn't even come off the bench.
Well, that's another thing we have to talk about again is that even though things are rosy, that don't mean that you have to. I mean, I will switch completely from Sadler out to Sadler in on a dime. You know what I mean? I have no integrity. But in terms of, I don't know if you can have just a win and then ignore the fact that DJ never gets a kick. I mean, did he even come on today?
No, he didn't come on. He didn't feature at all.
There's no, it's radio silence from the club as far as like what's going on there.
Yeah.
He has got
That's
to
the worst.
have.
Yeah. Something.
I think he's, had a soiree with someone he shouldn't or something. I don't know how else to,
something personal must have happened.
Something's going on.
We're saying, yeah.
Because
he can't be. You can't battle that much for a player.
We've got to get
him back after he did play so much
everything.
for us. It kind of did.
That's why it was like Matt Sadler. Oh,
it's like, we've got Sadler for us. Yeah. But if we get DJ, then it's like, yes, we can get behind him, and we did.
And it was all good.
No, he's not playing
somewhere along the way, Sadler and DJ are not friends anymore.
Yeah, there's something going on.
I think they need to become friends again because it's not good in the long run.
The most annoying thing is the silence, really, from the club because everyone wants to know about it. But I guess that's the thing. It's a sticky situation, so they don't want to just... They don't want to be honest about it. I don't blame them in a way.
And the Walsall media team are not exactly asking the pressing questions, are they? Which, to be fair, I suppose, you're probably not going to, are you? But it's, I don't know. Yeah. It's strange. But I just thought another one, that Stoke guy,
David Akagbu.
Akagbu is also out, right? And he's out sort of on a long-term one.
Yeah, I've heard it.
So we actually only have 3 centre-backs now, which is why playing 4 at the back is good. But the thing that was strange about it was McKenty's obviously playing in midfield, but he is on paper like someone who you could play at centre-back without it being terrible. And we only have 3 of them.
He came into
so why are we playing all 3? And we're not even playing a back 3. So one of them could be... Williams didn't have to play them.
Not really, no.
That's what I think. Some of the stuff wasn't forced. But look, we won 3-1. I'm not criticising you. I'm just saying that, it's strange because, we're losing all them players. But that don't mean that... If you're going to play 2 at the back, that means Williams don't have to play. Ote doesn't have to play in midfield no matter what formation you play. That's just not necessary. But you know what I mean? He's seen something in training, obviously. Whatever he saw in McKenty that told him that he could be this, marauding sort of ex-centre-back, but now midfielder. Yeah, he's obviously seen something similar in Williams that, he's ready to play.
Yeah, he's proven that.
To be fair, will the other lads... I mean, it's a big talk after one game. But will they even get back in the team, the other lads, if Williams keeps playing like that?
I guess not, but is Williams a loan or have we bought him?
No, I think he's a Permo.
He's he'll keep playing then. He's young, isn't he?
Yeah, because it's Albert Church, and I don't think surely we must have just... I don't even know if he was under contract with them anymore or whatever.
Surely not, surely he would have just signed, wouldn't he?
So, I mean, obviously, Farquharson looks good, and you think he'd come back in, but then...
But I still think we should keep the 4, and I know everyone else will say the same. So it's Williams, Farquharson, Daniels, and...
McKenty. Oh, no, because we're playing in midfield. So.
I like him in midfield, but like we always said,
so you got
since last season.
Yeah, but if you play 4 at the back, you don't need to necessarily have 6 centre-backs to have cover. Now Hussey's gone.
Yeah.
Well, like you said, McKenty could just never play at centre-back, and then you've got 4 good centre-backs. Play 2 sometimes, you play another 2, you switch them around.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think with the amount of games we got as well,
sweet.
sometimes Farquharson could play, sometimes...
Well, that's
but then
thing,
Allen as well was playing there, but I don't think I think he did all right there at times, but I don't know if he should be playing there as a permanent position.
I don't think so either, but also... It did look good, so I don't know. Yeah.
Got some versatility though.
Exactly.
A lot of these players are playing in all different positions.
Exactly, and like you say, he saw something in training. Like obviously, he's giving them all a chance, and that's good. He's evidently gives Matt a chance, all the time, and he's playing better than he has done. So, can't really complain. Although,
but that's why you got to come back to the DJ conundrum.
Yeah,
because Matt hasn't been as bad as he was before, but at the same time, he's been pretty much absent. He comes on, and a lot of times we end up sort of conceding late goals because we just get worse when he comes on. But so it's weird. He won't even bring DJ on.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, you know, a little bit X-Files-y, music-y. What's going on there? You know what I mean?
Yeah, what is going on, man?
You know, the journalist in me my interest is peaked.
Trust.
You know what I mean? But
desperate to know.
It is what it is. I'll have to try and start camping outside Sadler's house or something and just see if I can find out anything, I guess. But we love you, Sadler. Sadler in for now. All right, now book your ideas up, lad, if you want to stay in the job, because we are the authority on this. Anyway, before we move on to refs and just, you know, how class they are, let's just recap the crisis then. So Hussey retired, kind of.
Yeah.
Knowles got a red at Swindon, and then so he did come back, but he missed a game. Not ideal. Allen got that red against Wimbledon, so he's out for 3 because it was straight red. So 2 more, he's out.
Yeah.
We've got Farquharson out, probably sort of medium term. Okagbu is out again, probably medium term. Yeah. McKenty, luckily, was fine.
Yeah. I thought that could have been
a
bad.
Big worry because when he went off as well, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
that end up with like DJ at centre back at this point, and even then, he probably wouldn't give him a game. Probably play with 10 men. So that's your sort of injury/suspension recap. Hopefully in November we'll have more luck with that, because if we go into November already with a fairly big sort of treatment room, we can't afford to, you know, let it get too much worse. Or we're going to have to go in January and shore things up a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But let's talk refs, because
so we did September.
Last time we said some, you know, I definitely said some spicy things, which obviously were a joke. You know what I mean? We love refs. You know what I mean? And we think they should like have personal space and. You know what I mean? And just leave them alone, anyway, I say.
Just leave them alone. Let them do their thing.
You know what I mean? Because these are human beings at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Just give them a break. That's my genuine opinion. You can say whatever you want, you know what I mean? But what did you make of the refs' performance against Wimbledon?
Don't, man. You just baited me straight into it. Yeah, that was the worst ref performance I've ever seen. Like, ever seen.
Till next week.
The guy's clueless, man. Can't believe he's got a job as anything, let alone a referee. He obviously can't see anything. He's just absent-minded and just doesn't know what he's doing.
He's just like, vendetta at this
people
point.
Are shouting at me. Oh yeah, penalty. Yeah. He's on the floor dying now. And just
I've already spammed stuff. The DJ Sadler love triangle conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
There's another conspiracy theory coming in for you, another spicy one. There is a vendetta against us. In the referee world,
community,
and I don't know what we did.
Imagine,
but it's mental. Like every home game, at least
it checks out. Though.
It's like they're better away. Actually, I find.
Yeah.
I feel like when we're away, we get more joy. It's like at home, it's just a disaster.
Let's go through the home
hate us.
Go through the home games. 1 home win.
So we won against Colchester at home, but I'm pretty sure we were enraged then as well.
Yeah. He was still trying to go.
And then we beat Salford away. And then we lost to Swindon away. Can't really remember what the ref was up to there. And then we had the Wimbledon referee disaster. But these are just this month, you know what I mean? It's an ongoing...
Yeah, it's definitely an ongoing thing.
There's times where we can't believe what we're seeing. And in general, the general quality of it, not even just on a sort of anti-Walsall thing that they've got going on, is like... I'm not saying you should be allowed to like slice people down with like mad 2-footers and just take it back to the 90s. Although kind of I did prefer it a bit then, but whatever. It is what it is now. You know, we're not playing like that anymore. Fine. But like, can we have a little bit of a breather on the just like blowing the whistle every time someone is like near anyone?
No.
It's like, good God, like this is League 2, man. Can we are you allowed to challenge for the ball in League 2? And I feel like when we're at home, just no. If our players go near anyone, it's immediate foul.
And they go near us and it's nothing.
And we never get a penalty. And they always get penalties.
Yep.
And it's just mental.
That's
and
the second penalty.
that shot off the bar from was it from Hutch? I bet that went over the line, but they didn't have the bloody technology.
Well, that's it. Yeah, they definitely don't have the technology.
Conspiracy theory for you right there. I haven't seen any evidence at all because we were at the game. We were like a million miles away in the home end, and on the highlights it don't show you anything. But I bet you if you had like a bird's eye view, I bet that went over the line. And then a second later, he sends off Riley for like
Alan,
what should have been like, you know, he should have just shook his hand and said, "Class, like fair play, good challenge."
But like, who slowed it down? I think I think Walsall Fan TV slowed it down and put it on a
the Alan challenge, you mean?
Yeah. And basically they've both come up with their kind of studs out, but his foot's gone down first and Alan's is still coming down looking like I don't even know if he touched him, but you know, it's unlucky. It could have gone either way.
Exactly.
If Alan's foot would have gone down further, then he would have clattered Alan, and obviously he wouldn't have got anything.
But we were pretty enraged with that, and we were getting
we
were getting some warnings from the stewards, right? Because we were getting a bit. Well, you were definitely getting a bit too spicy with it. With the chance
with the personal ones.
We did look up his name a little bit and try and give him a few chances, like, just to let him know that we personally know him, and
it's just like it's one of them things. It's like the zero on a roulette board. Like it's like you never think like we can lose to that, and then it comes up and you're like, oh yeah, safe. You know what I mean? You don't factor it in like that they're going to be like that they're going to.
Oh yeah, they are. They're the 12th man, and
definitely, bro,
for the away team every time.
For us, yeah, definitely every time. So we've won the 2 away, and we lost, and we won 1 at home. So yeah, I think it checks out that refs at home really do hate us.
They hate us.
Definitely, man.
League 2, let us know what the problem is. Is there a way we can solve it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We promise to stop shouting mad stuff, will you please just like stop it, please? Just leave us alone, man.
Just let us be. Just at least be fair.
All right, let's move on to something positive though.
Yeah.
Because it's not all negative. So
definitely not.
Let's talk about players, positive and negative. So I want to touch on Draper. Obviously, he's an absolute machine. We were putting out some stuff on socials about Draper and how much we like him, and then that guy from BBC Radio Lincolnshire had me on to talk about it.
That was amazing, yeah.
Because they were doing like a Lincoln City low knee watch, and so obviously I was waxing lyrical about him on there. Obviously people were having a laugh about, they'll recall him and that now because I'm like talking him up, but I think I'm pretty sure they're aware of what he's doing.
Yeah, they're already aware of
but we need them to be doing, it's a genuine thing for us because I think so far, I wouldn't say he's been as important as DJ was last season because we created so little and DJ was the only shining light who always got us away with it.
He scored a lot as well.
During the good times under Flynn when people thought it was good, if you look back, it was actually terrible the whole time and DJ papered over a lot of cracks. So it hasn't been that bad because other people were scoring and stuff's happening.
But it showed when he left.
Draper has been class and we don't want to lose another one of them class strikers in January.
Definitely not.
So we need to be keeping an eye on Lincoln City and hoping that they do well and that they're scoring goals because if they're round the bottom and they're not scoring goals, they will recall him in January, I should think.
Definitely will, to be fair. Oh yeah, I'm praying that they're doing well. Come on, Lincoln.
I don't know where they are in League One, to be fair. Hopefully they're doing well.
They had a couple of injuries though.
That's the problem.
And I don't know if that's like big players for him or
hopefully not up front. As long as it's not up front, we're fine.
Yeah, as long as it's not up front, we'll be sound. I think we should sign him, honestly.
I don't think we can, though.
I don't think we can.
There's no way that's realistic. Our dream is to hold on to him, I think.
Yeah, hold on to him for the rest of the season.
Just this season as well. Already I can tell that there's no way he'll be playing in League 2
He's too good, man.
He has to be playing in League 1, even
he's got
if it's not for Lincoln City.
He's literally got everything.
Or higher.
He's got pace. He's got like heart. He's got skill. He can collect things. He can
do everything with the ball, head, literally. Both feet.
Yeah.
He can turn and he can run at players.
Yeah. So Draper couldn't be happier.
Ote scored again today.
Yeah.
And I mean, God, because that was definitely my worst take was in that first one when I was like, Ote coming back to if I care about that.
Yeah.
And he's been class, you know what I mean? And
every time he's on.
Now he's actually starting games as well, not just coming off the bench.
He's not as great as like Draper, obviously, but he's a great player. I'm glad we've got him, to be fair. It's just I didn't really know anything about him.
And to have him playing in like centre midfield today, basically, and he's still getting in with a goal. Yeah. He's got energy. He's good without the ball as well when we're defending.
Definitely.
He's like the anti-Matt, isn't it? So he's the anti-Matter. So if we can get him in the team more often, we'll be doing something right.
So yeah, got one for Ote, definitely.
This one is I think we're going to agree on this, which is probably this is one of the few things we'll agree on with Walsall, I suppose. Because you're very much Sadler in and I'm Sadler out normally. But we're both Sadler in today. But one of the most controversial players I think we've had in a long time is Hutchinson.
So definitely.
On the terraces, we regularly hear Hutchinson get absolute hate.
Yeah, just out
every
of
time he
nowhere.
loses the ball, every time he does anything, as if every other player has never lost the ball and never made a mistake. You know what I mean? And for me, he's not perfect. He does lose the ball sometimes. He can misplace a pass here and there, whatever. But I mean, he is capable. We saw him again almost today.
Yeah,
Curl that one in the top corner.
I know that was He's
got
inches off, man.
Unbelievable talent for striking the ball at distance, and I think he's bailed us out a couple of times already. I mean,
Definitely.
Do you think he's worthy of the sort
free
of
kicks?
I think it's a bit fashionable to. I think it's one of them takes where it's like, oh, everyone thinks he's class because like he is.
Yeah.
So I know better though.
He is class, but then when he makes mistakes, which he does, like everyone does, and that's why he's in League Two.
Oh, I told you.
Oh yeah. I told you. Yeah, get him out. He's no good.
If you saw the game like me, you'd see like you get blinded by all the flash of like him actually being like class and scoring like worldies. Why are you like blinded by that?
He scored some bangers already this season. To be fair, and he's had two free kicks off the bar, I'm sure.
There you
or
go.
did he score one of those free kicks?
No, I think maybe 2 off the bar.
Yeah.
The one that I think he did score secretly. And then another one.
And that banger that went in off the post
inside.
against Salford as well.
He scored all of his goals are pretty much all his goals are bangers. And even when he doesn't score, he'll come inside and he'll go close. And I just think he's a good option to have.
Really good.
Gordon
has
incredible. Been class.
Yeah, incredible. As always, like we saw it, we've spoke about it in the first 2 episodes, but yeah, he can take anyone on, I swear to God. He can take any defender or winger like in this league on, I swear. It's just sometimes he don't believe in himself enough. You can see that he's like, nah, and he goes back or goes to the side type thing. But yeah, he's got just the raw talent to take him far. So and that goal today as well. I know it wasn't the most like, hammered home mad worldy ever.
Bundled it in, but he got on the end of it.
Yeah.
Whether we have to check if he'll actually get it officially, because there was a bit of a, could have been an own goal, a bit like it was bumbling around there. But
yeah.
But fair play to even if he didn't, he was bright in everything. I'm thinking about Ote again.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
We're talking about Gordon, aren't we?
Gordon.
Yeah. I mean that goal was unbelievable when he comes inside,
curled around those 3 players,
curls it around. As soon as he hit it, I knew because they were in the keeper's way. I was like, I know this is going in.
Yeah. You knew we weren't going to get to it, but it's just whether it curled it, and it was just perfect, man. God, I love Gordon, man. Always have and always will, man. The geezer's sick. And he's still young, isn't he? Isn't he 22?
Yeah, I think he's quite young.
22.
I think he's quite young.
He's still playing for Guyana as well. He's still in the...
Yeah, he's our only international, isn't he? I think.
Yeah.
So they did an interview with him on the Walsall YouTube channel the other day. Something about like
men's international.
What it's like being international like that.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this before, but a bit of a side note. But that's the kind of international I'd love to be. Like I interviewed Martin O'Connor before, and he talked about who was it he played for now?
I think Kits or something.
Nah, it weren't. But it's like that kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's like St. Lucia or something like that. You know what I mean? One of them ones where just it's a tiny little nation or whatever. They're never going to be in the World Cup or whatever. Yeah. But like. He was saying how all their games are against like class teams, that you know what I mean? They go out and play like all these tropical islands and that, you know what I mean? So it'd be such a holiday for him.
God,
when he was playing for Walsall, he'd go off and then he'd just be like, class, like chilling and playing for like playing for Jamaica or anywhere in the Caribbean. Such a better option than just like hanging on. I don't even just mean at our level, but like higher up. Hanging on for like 2 England caps and then never play again. And they don't even let you out of it so you can play somewhere else. It's like I wouldn't even bother unless I knew I was nailed on, unless I was like Phil Foden or like, I don't know, Harry Kane or whatever. I'd just be like, nah, unless you guarantee me I'm playing like 50 caps, I'm going to play for Bermuda and that because that's way cooler. But anyway, let's get back to Gordon. So yeah, the pace, taking people on when he's confident.
The skill,
he's got it all. He can go past anyone.
Sometimes he can, I think in the last 2 games, especially since that loss against Swindon, against Wimbledon, he wasn't himself, to be fair. But today he was definitely himself, man. He was firing.
It's tough as well, even all the players because obviously everything changes when you get down to 10 men.
Yeah.
And after this game, it does kind of this game makes that month look a lot better. Because we've won every game where we didn't go down to 10 men. And we lost 2 games because we went down to 10 men. So you think about it.
Yeah.
If you don't go down to 10 men, you're fine.
Win. Yeah.
And I suppose if you do go down to 10 men, it's understandable that Gordon's going to play differently.
Yeah.
You know, Draper's going to play. Everyone has to adapt, and it just changes the whole sort of makeup of the game.
Well, don't you think even after we went down to 10 men against Wimbledon, definitely. I don't know about.
Yeah, I swear we'd already gone down. Had we already gone down to 10 men when we equalised?
Yeah.
Because we were going, oh my God, this is mad, and we might even go on and win this. And we'd have to
because it was 1-0 with their. No, they didn't even score the penalty, idiots, did they?
Nah, but they scored. I can't remember the goal. We thought it was a week ago.
Yeah,
class
same. They scored.
But yeah, they scored some more goal, and you know what I mean, some muggy goal.
And then I was like, the comeback's on. We were playing great, but then obviously we just, it just went down. But
yeah, we equalised down to 10 men, but then it's just hard when you keep losing a player, you can't expect to win games.
No, of course not.
And so, but the good sign is we bounced back and we won today when we had 11 men. But what I wanted to ask you was, all I'm doing is waxing lyrical about all the good players. And is there anyone who you think's been underwhelming? Because I don't think there's anyone who's actually been that bad who you could like isolate and go, yeah, he's terrible. I think it's just that people get sent off.
Yeah.
So Knowles got sent off, Alan got sent off. That's why we lost them game.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone. I mean, no offense to Matt, but yeah, in the first month or two, just in the first month, I'd say, yeah.
And all of last season.
He was, a bit underwhelming, but now he's like definitely improving on his current form.
Flicking on a little bit better, and
he's holding the ball up a bit better, and
it's not too bad.
Yeah, man.
And he ain't exactly a focal point anyway. He ain't doing anything wrong or right, really. He's just sort of comes on, and even when he starts, it is what it is.
There's literally no one that I think
Donovan Daniels has been a bit less steady than he was last season, but I don't think it's any cause for.
I think it's because he was so good last season and he's that captain as well. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's any kind of drop off you're going to notice from him, definitely. But
Evo's been good. I mean, he's saving penalties. He's making just worldly saves all the time. Yeah. Distribution might not always be perfect, but you have to remember as well, a lot of that is what he's told to do. Yeah. So,
of course.
So,
it's.
I don't like the fact that we never come straight. And this has been going on for years, not just with him, with every keeper. When we had Rushy, it was the same thing.
Yeah.
It's always when the ball comes in from a corner and he catches it, for God's sake, throw it right now to the wing back who's bombing forward.
Instead, they're just like, get out.
And it's just let's wait for him to all get back. I'll hoof it, and then they'll have the ball back. That's the plan, isn't it? Like, they have the ball and then we don't win. And you're like, why? Just, God, get up the pitch, man. This is confusing.
Mad. Yeah, it makes no sense.
I get it in the 89th minute if you're winning. Other than that, it's just crazy.
Yeah, no one wants to see that, and it really doesn't work. But
I wouldn't it's just a hate on anyone.
No, there's no one to hate on.
Sturck's doing well. Tindy's looking good.
Sturck's amazing today. Yeah, exactly. Farquharson was looking great.
Riley's okay. I probably prefer
Knowles
Folks, to be fair.
Yeah. Oh, Folks has been great as well. Yeah,
Folks is great when he's played. I would probably play Knowles higher up sometimes and play Folks out there. But that's the thing. We've got lots of players who can play in all different. We've got a lot of versatility in the squad.
DJ actually hasn't been firing as much. But
it's true.
When I think it was Colchester, he played well against Colchester. He didn't score, but he was getting.
I think he needs a run of games, though.
Yeah,
I think the problem is just because he weren't banging in 3 goals a game in the first few. Sadler's decided, all right, then you're out.
Yeah, I guess.
And it's like he was the Don last season. Like you cried that much about how much you wanted him. Himself personally as well was like, oh, DJ, getting him back.
Well, if you think about
in the interviews and that, it's like, why are you not playing him?
Everyone, Jamil Matt's record at Forest Green was like, well, why wouldn't he start for us all the time? And then that happened, and then he's gone down in form. And
until DJ came to us for that first half of season, he was middling at best for years.
Yeah.
So if you look at it on paper,
his other half at Mansfield was all right. I know he didn't get played much, but the games he played in, he was playing well.
But that 6-month spell for us was like the highlight of his career. I think that's why he came back.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and he wants that
like
back,
you said, man, if you showed people that squad 2 years ago, they'll go, obviously Matt's first name on the t-shirt. They would. And they'd be like, oh, DJ,
It's wild.
Third choice or whatever.
I don't know how that
mad how things change.
Yeah, how does that happen, man? I wish him the best. But yeah, it's just mad.
Life moves fast, but
DJ, on paper you'd start DJ after the start of this season.
Or at least, I don't mind if he don't play every game as well. We're doing some rotation or whatever, but I feel like he's starting very rarely.
Very,
to the
very
point
rarely.
that you got to feel like, is he even in the top 2 choice?
I don't know why he's not.
I think he's like 3rd choice, honestly.
Yeah, it sounds like. Well, he's not.
I mean,
obviously,
even 4th, really, you could say. I think Matt is preferred.
Well, he's literally not. You know what I mean? We saw it today. He's not.
He's the 4th choice striker.
How?
And you can't tell me that's just because he only scored a couple
of
goals in the first few games.
Last season, and he only played half of the season for us. Matt scored 1 goal for us last season.
It's
1 goal in that 6 months.
But like we said, was no point complaining about it because we won.
Yeah.
We won every game in September when we weren't down to 10 men.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
So, maths tells us that we'll win every game in the next month if we don't get down to 10 men.
Yeah, exactly. So
I think we have a lot of optimism with which to go into October.
Yeah,
and speaking of October, it's another big month with lots of games because we only had 5. We had a more standard month in September. October, we're back to 7 games across the calendar month because we've got a cup game against FGR.
Yeah.
But this is who we've got. So I think, let me think, is it not next Tuesday, right? Next weekend, I think we've got, no, it's got a...
Yeah, Tuesday coming, we've got FGR and then Saturday.
No, it's FGR's like, we've got MK Dons on Tuesday.
Sorry, yeah.
This Tuesday, so we'll be going to that.
My bad, yeah.
So we've got MK Dons, they're sort of like, middling this season. But I think you would say on paper, they're probably better than us.
On paper, they should be pushing.
So that is a tricky one. But then we've got Sutton away, who are rock bottom and lost again today. They are just awful. And then straight after that, we've got Forest Green at home in the Cup of Cups, the best cup in the land, the
one we can remember
EFL
the name
Champions League.
We can remember the name of it, and that's how good it is.
I genuinely want to win that because I want some silverware, kids. So let's go.
Now, although we can't remember the name of it,
I still want to win it, bro.
Definitely
we ain't got the luxury of knowing
100,000%.
what names our cups are. We're in the
We just need to win them.
We just need to win it. We don't matter what it's called.
We don't care what it's called. Call it whatever. We need to win it. That's all.
But we want to win it. And we're playing FGR, who are in the bottom 3. I mean, we need a whole podcast to go into what the hell's happened to them in the last 2 years. But anyway.
Yeah, we really do, man.
But it's coming thick and fast because you've got MK Dons okay. Then you've got Sutton, absolute drivel. If we don't hammer them, then Sadler has to be out no matter what.
Straight out.
Then you got FGR at home in the cup again, just pure terrible. Obviously, we
should be another win.
We should rotate as much as our limited squad will allow, considering all our players are out. But that don't mean we should completely phone it in. We really should beat them at home.
Yeah, of course.
But then we got Gillingham at home, who are flying.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
Then we go to Newport away, middle of the road.
Yep.
Then we go Crawley at home, right up there. Then we go Mansfield away, which we're hopefully going to go to. That's going to be probably our first away trip of the season.
That'd be great. Yeah. That's going to be awesome.
I have to get my mum around to look after the kids while I'm away in Mansfield all day. And they are sort of in and around the playoffs as you'd expect them to be.
As they always are, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a sort of half and half, isn't it? We've got some pretty easy on paper games.
But it's really stepping up now as well.
And then we've got some pretty hard ones.
5 in this month. And now we're going with bloody.
And that was when we went into the month with a full strength squad with no injuries, pretty much. So now we're going with a load of injuries and retirees and suspensions, and we're playing 7 games. So, what's your forecast for October?
Oh man, yeah, it's so hard to tell. I mean, it's just so hard to tell, isn't it? Really, because today it would have been like, yeah, I'll put my money on a loss. Sadly, yeah, I'm optimistic about everything, but I would have said we would have lost. But we
after that first goal, when I would have put down 100 quid.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? So
loss.
I mean, you would have lost it. It's mad. So I really can't predict it, but I think we will. We're going to have some good performances. Definitely.
Good job. I closed that Bet365 account.
Best decision you ever made.
Best decision because I nearly put 100 quid on a Bradford win today. I probably would have.
Oh God.
So yeah.
October.
Top the league by the end of October. Top the league. Say we are top the league. Now I'll accept playoffs. And this is it. Sadler, prove it.
Nah, we love you, mate. Don't worry about it.
Just be in the sort of top 8 or 9, please, by the end of October. Come on. Steamroll Sutton. Newport,
steamroll Sutton. We've
Mansfield,
got every chance of beating them.
Mansfield, bro, them rats, man.
Mansfield will be the hardest one, I think.
Gills will be.
And Gillingham, oh God, there's so much going on.
At home.
There's so much going on.
But then again, if we're at home, that means Gillingham will have 2 penalties and we'll end the game with 8 men. So we should probably just focus on the away games because that's the only place the points are coming from.
That's true, to be fair. Yeah, let's focus on the aways. The cup game's at home, isn't it, against FGR? So
it is.
Yeah.
Overall, we've got, let's see.
I think it'd be nice.
3 at home and 4 away. Again?
Yeah, there's more away. I know
1, 2, 3. No, we've got
keeps
4 at home, 3 away. So
I was going to say it keeps
the other way
happening.
around.
Yeah.
But really, it's like 3 and 3, and then the cup game is at home.
Cool.
So yeah, I mean, I think
happy days.
I think we should target we should be trying to. I guess if we out of them 6 league games, if we lost 2, I think that's okay.
Yeah.
If we can, put 3 wins and a draw in the others. If we're losing more than 2, it's mid-table fodder again. I think.
I was gonna. Yeah.
Walsall.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. We could pull a little draw, so move in October because it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
So at least we're not Walsall anymore.
Yeah, exactly. At least it's exciting. That's what we've said already on the podcast. Like,
yeah,
at least
look at some
scoring.
of this. We had
we might lose, but at least it's a good
4 goals
game.
today, 4 goals in the last game. Yep. I mean, not in a good way, but 4 goals.
But yeah.
And then 2, 3, 1. We only had 1 game in the month that was just 1 goal, and there was a goal in everything. No 0-0s.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a positive.
We scored in 4 of the 5 games.
5 games. Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, that's good. I mean, do you remember the
we said this on the last podcast.
The bad end of the Flynn days was that was rough.
He was just never scoring, man.
But that's the thing, you can't. I think sometimes the people compare to Flynn and then they go, oh, well, we're doing better than then. It's like, yeah, but that was the worst thing. I was like suicidal. You know what I mean? Just because we're a bit better than that, I expect more.
Yeah.
And Sadler's doing, I mean, you've got my love after this game.
Hey.
Just let's keep it now. Come on.
Well, I saw someone put a stat on after 9. This is after 9 games. And last season, I think we won 3. Drawn 2 and lost 4, and this
I saw this. I saw you tweet this,
or
wherever Instagram.
It's 1 win that more than a loss than last season's start, and obviously everyone was still optimistic after September. So I don't know.
It's true.
We still should be optimistic, really, and I know
I definitely am
Sadler's
after today.
A gamble.
Where are we in the league now after today?
I swear we only just swapped with Bradford, so it's like 13th or something.
We should be up more than that.
Yeah.
13th still. Are we not higher than that? We got a class win.
It's because those 2 losses set us back, obviously.
3 points off the playoffs now, though, kid.
Well, that's it. Like, you can't really even look at the table at this stage.
It's too early, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't reflect it. But at the same time, we definitely got the potential to keep moving.
Well, have you got any final thoughts before we? I
mean, what's your
end
take?
This celebratory episode.
You think hopefully take 4 wins out of the 2 losses.
I mean, I would love to go like a month undefeated.
That'd be incredible.
Have like a really steady 3 wins and 3 draws, or 4 wins and 2 draws. Don't get too draw-sore with it, but you know what I mean? Keep it steady.
Don't just draw every game. But
I mean, really, if we can go the whole month without getting anyone sent off, that'll be a good start.
Yeah. Let's say just don't get anyone sent off.
Come on, lads.
Try not to lose, but our problem is at the back at the moment, so that's kind of concerning for.
I mean, the biggest problem is if we get more injuries. It could start getting comical if we lose a couple more centre-backs.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, definitely.
The good thing is we've still got that much versatility in the squad that it still wouldn't be too ridiculous.
Swap things around, isn't it?
Because there are plenty of players who can play in different places. But yeah, I'm optimistic. I think next month we could go 1 even better than we did this month. And I think this was a decent month. And especially, like I said, after today, when you remember that when you take the whole thing altogether, 5 games, technically we win if we have 11 men, always.
So, happy days.
So it's not bad.
More or less.
So, thank you so much, everyone, for listening and for making it all the way to the end, as always. Don't forget to like, comment, share, engage. We want to hear everything you've got to say.
Appreciate it, yeah.
We love a bit of banter. We love a bit of hate, you know what I mean? If you're a happy clapper out there, that just thinks that mediocrity is good,
Yeah.
you want to send for me, just feel free. I'm right and you're not, but it's fine. Just tell us all about it. I expect brilliance, you know what I mean? This is a great club. We are the biggest club in this league.
We're the biggest club in this league, says every single fan of anyone not in the
Anyone says it, but they're all wrong and we're right. I mean, yeah, there might be Bradford and a couple of other pretenders, but other than that, this is garbage compared to us, honestly. These teams shouldn't even be in our league. We need to be up in that League One.
We do, though.
The Sadler's doing all right, but, come on, just ain't that hard. Some of these dickheads...
It's only your first job. It ain't that hard.
Yeah, but they do. Some of them just get a first job, straight from playing for these teams, and then they just go and win double promotion. It happens all the time, actually. Why can't we have some maestro, Matt Sadler, who no one had ever heard of, and then we had, but none of the other people cared, and now they're like, Walsall in the Championship. This Matt Sadler's doing an amazing job. I never heard of him before last week, and now he's amazing.
That's what I mean.
Why can't we be that?
If we can build to a better position than we did last year, then I think we should just keep him and just keep going.
I don't want that progress, isn't it?
I don't want to keep swapping managers. Swapping managers is the worst.
But haven't we gone up by one position in the table or something the last...
Yeah. It's just one.
So we're doing that turtle progress where we're like, okay, look, 18, 17, 16. It's like, come on, man, no. 7th, that's all I ask. All I ask is 7th. And even if we don't win the playoff final, get us to a playoff final, Wembley away day, come on the boys.
That's it, man.
And even if we don't go up, then you've got my love forever, Sadler, no matter what happens, I promise. Anyway. Back to the end of podcast jargon. Please please comment, please tell us how much you hate us, all that stuff. If you want to follow us on social media on X, we are at a Walsall FC Pod. But everywhere else, you can which is Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, obviously YouTube, where you may well be watching this.
Wherever else, yeah.
Spotify. But we're also on Spotify and I guess Apple and all the podcast platforms.
I'm going to get onto them. Yeah, we're going to get onto Amazon and Apple. Actually, let us know where you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, let us know in the comments where you listen, especially if you're watching it on YouTube. Or let us know if you want us to change anything or improve anything. Just give us some feedback.
Let us know if you think we
search From Poundland to Paradise, basically. It's a very unique name. You'll find it everywhere. This is the podcast that details the historic story, the FIFA career-esque story of Walsall, lowly 4th tier Walsall, all the way to the Champions League, which will be happening in the next 20 years of our lives.
100,000.
Ladies and gents. So search for us everywhere. Please also check out the likes of WFC Vlogs, Walsall Fan TV, Super Sadler Seb.
Walsall on the Road as well.
Yep. What's that other one?
That's about it.
There's a class one on Twitter that I like. I like Vital Walsall on Twitter as well. That's cool. But anyway,
banter.
Check out all their stuff, and especially the YouTubers. But check out the stuff on Twitter as well. Engage with the community. We're all in this together.
Definitely.
Hopefully, we're going to start having some of those lads on. Yeah, we think maybe from the next one we'll probably have a special guest for you. Maybe
that could be cool. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
We'll see what happens depending on everyone's availability. But that is all for today. We'll see you again at the end of October, maybe with a special guest.
Yeah.
And until then, Sadler in.
Hey, come on.
Woo! Sadler in. Sadler in. Sadler in.